Ogden High School, built in 1937 by a guy named Leslie Hodgson. Well, he didn't build it, he was the architect who designed it. It cost $1.8 million to build, which in 1937 made it the most expensive high school ever built. That's about $18 million by today's standards. That's not even close to what they spent in the year 2008 to refurbish the school. That was a project that cost $80 million. To compare this building to the Empire State Building, which a lot of people do, that's not far off. I mean, imagine going to a high school that has marble walls. Our morning show producer, Sam, is actually here. Sam, hi. Sam actually went to school here.
It's so weird being back here.
They're like, hey, you should be in class. We're like, I don't go to school here anymore. Well, what's this over here?
Okay, so this one right here is the World War II memorial plaque. What's cool is the day after the attack on Pearl Harbor happened, a lot of students from Ogden High actually signed up the exact next day. And Ogden High actually did a project a couple, I think years ago, where they gave actually one of these World War II vets an honorary diploma because he was never able to graduate because he deployed before graduation.
President Roosevelt's New Deal to get us out of the Great Depression in the 1930s. That's where this came from. That's why the government was willing and eager, in fact, to spend this much money on public education. Done a lot of work to keep it up over the years, and then it went through a major renovation from 2008 to 2012. But the students here treat the school with an enormous amount of respect. I know the school that I went to, we treated our school like crap. I'm not even gonna, like, me personally, I was a good kid. One thing about going into a building that's been here for almost 100 years
we're gonna need that light.
is we start to find all sorts of hidden gems that maybe were used heavily through the 1930s, through the 1950s, but maybe not so much anymore, but maybe they are. Which I have it on pretty good authority, that's where Sam used to ditch class. Is that right?
No.
This is becoming a theme for the day, is the old chairs that are just kind of in random spots, because who throws away a desk chair, right? So when you get in there, I want you to look around and get a lot of good footage, okay? So be careful in there. Check this out. So we've got yearbooks from 1946. Their hairstyles look very modern. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell them from students in, 2015. That dude looks more like 1995. It's the yearbook in 1926. So you think about this. This yearbook is older than the Great Depression. Older than World War II, older than several states in the United States. You think about the 1950s and the 1940s, the 1930s, and it feels like just forever ago, right? And then you look at these and you realize that things are pretty much the same, like in school. At least I was in school 30 years ago, so maybe they're not, I don't know. A lot of people will recognize Ogden High from the new movie Disney Pixar's Onward, which a digital version of it exists. Disney says it's not. I say it is, because I know. But then the other movie that was filmed here was 3 O'Clock High in 1987. Huh? Check that out. They've got a movie poster signed by the dude. I'm gonna be very careful as I'm digging through stuff. See, there's some of the original blueprints for the school. Student record, 1935. Janine Lundgren was in class in 1935. Oh, she was a straight A student. Look at that. 1937. Shell hits Americans home. U.S. Marines reach China. It's funny because they're talking about the beginning of the Second World War, and they don't even know it up here. Talking about a European showdown with Germany. It's 1937. So one of the most historic buildings in the state actually put on the National Historic Registry in the 1980s. We're checking out some of the cool architecture, and I think we're gonna go take a look on the roof. One thing our photographer Ryan hates, it's heights. If there's two things he hates, it's heights and ladders. So luckily, most of the places we visit have really steep ladders that are really tall. Okay, we're gonna go out onto the roof of Ogden High. I gotta put the sunnies on. Here we go. Whoa, cool. So, the roof of Ogden High. Look at this gorgeous view. Up here on the tippy top of Ogden High School where bee! I'm just kidding. Bees don't come up this high. Or do they? Oh, there is a bee! big thank you to the staff, administration, and students of Ogden High School. If you like this video, make sure you like it, subscribe to it, and comment down below what you want to see next time on Cool Stuff in Utah. We'll see you later!